What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about the Bitcoin bull today. I almost said Bitcoin. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. We've got about like 9.5 hours left in the day. Let's get into it. Okay, here we are, just below 1 cent. And we look at this here on a daily time frame. To me, it does seem as though, maybe not even the daily, I'm sorry, the 4-hour time frame. It does seem as though we want to move lower. And that's okay. Again, we're still working within this range that it's completely acceptable to move lower. It's totally fine if we do. But time to call a spade a spade. It's just is what it is. It's what it looks like. If we have a double bottom, typically double bottom, you get that kind of reaction. You don't see a double bottom that reacts like this. You don't see that, right? That's not normally what happens, right? Here we are. We didn't get the reaction that we were looking for. We kind of petered out, and maybe we have to go lower. We are, after all, in a downtrend. We do have lower highs. We do have lower lows right here. It's a very tight downtrend, very conformed downtrend, very constructive as well. And we still do have higher lows overall. We can afford to go lower. It's totally fine if we do go lower. From a low to a high, going lower would only take us down to our golden ratio zone, which again, down here, whenever we first had a reaction, I was thinking, is this front running? Is there so much buying pressure, such a lack of selling pressure that nobody's willing to sell there, or people are buying early in advance and we're pushing the price up? Is that what's going on? Or is this a destiny that's left unfulfilled? Is it just something that's like a magnet? It's slowly pulling us down there. We're rejecting the 0.5 here. It makes sense that we go to the golden ratio. So that might be where we go. We found some support preemptively. I'm kind of curious to see how we react here. We might get an explosive reaction that breaks us out of this downtrend. That officially might happen after we find support at the golden ratio. So ultimately, what I'm calling for here is that we're just going to form a new low. We're just going to get a lower low in this range, okay? Nobody likes to talk about the bearish stuff, but I'm not here to just be bullish the whole time, right? If we see the price going down, we're going to call for that as well. I haven't sold any TBB. I'm not trading this thing. I still think it's more profitable to just hold than it is to trade it personally. I've had so many opportunities where people were trying to tell me to trade it. And hindsight's 2020. Don't I wish I sold the top? I kind of had an inkling to sell here, but again, I didn't know if it was going to run. I had inklings to sell at every single point here, right? Being up tremendously, you kind of have an inkling to sell, but it keeps going up. I've already gone over why I'm glad I didn't sell here, but if I did sell, being in the top 15 wallets, I feel like I would have been blamed for this drop. Now this drop happened, I'm blameless. And to me, character or reputation, it's more valuable than money in this game. So I'm not trying to get blamed for the drop. I'm glad I didn't sell. I'm glad I held. And like me, a lot of the top 40 wallets, not only did they hold, but they bought more. And I bought more as well. Let's see. What else are we talking about here? Lower lows, lower highs. If I did trade it, the only bright side that would have come out of this is if I did sell some up here or I sold some on the way down. Yeah, sure, I might have gotten the blame for it, but then I'd have some capital on the side, like a lot more capital to put into this thing and pump it back up, because I would just use those funds back in this, So that might have been beneficial overall for TBB, but maybe not. Nobody knows how it would have worked out. You can't reflect on the past too much because we're in the present now, right? We got to keep on rolling with the times that are ahead of us. Looking at this here, a lower low in this kind of trajectory would probably take us, depending on when we do it, today, tomorrow, the next day, somewhere around 0077 to 0086, something like that, somewhere in that range. So that kind of drop from the current price would be 10% to 20%. But again, I'm not trading this. I don't think it's worth it. If you're trading with size, you're going to be the reason it pushes down. And then if you want to buy back, you're going to push it back up to about, you're going to have less coins and the price is going to be higher. It's just not worth it. The low liquidity, it's really not worth trading if you're using size. If you're trading with small amounts, okay, that's fine, but I just, again, to each their own. If you want to trade, that's fine, but just make sure that you're being profitable with it. Make sure you're not doing it in a way that hurts yourself. Like if you're selling 30K worth and you push it down here, 20K worth and you push it down, and then you buy back 20K worth, the price is going to be higher or maybe not as high, and you're going to have less coins because you're going to lose it on the slippage. So again, I just don't think it's worth trading and with size. It's like with Bitcoin, it's worth trading Bitcoin. It's probably not worth trading Bitcoin with tens of billions of dollars a day. You know what I mean? Like you're probably not going to trade that much. You're going to be pushing around the markets. You're going to be paying a lot in fees. It's probably just not worth it there. Scale that down to a $10 million market cap coin, It doesn't take, you know, a lot of money. $100,000 trading, you're going to be pushing this thing all around the place. But anywho, enough talk. 4 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame. Let's get into the 1 hour and then we'll zoom out and we'll finish this up. Okay, 1 hour time frame. The RSI is still technically bearish. We're neutral. We've shifted away. Again, look at bearish, right? You see bearish living below the 50 predominantly, rejecting the overbought zone, living in the oversold zone at times, right? We're now here, we're more neutral, rejecting the oversold zone, rejecting the overbought zone, living above and below the 50 pretty equally. It's pretty neutral. There is a chance that I could be wrong here, and I would love to be wrong. If I'm wrong, that's great. You know, maybe we are sloping this lower low level. We're kind of like scooping it, forming a rounded bottom, and maybe we do move up. That's great. I'll be proven wrong. We're not moving lower to that golden ratio target area like I was talking about. I'll admit that I was wrong if we can get above 1.2 cents. If we can get above 1.2 cents, let's say 1.2 cents on a 4 hour closing basis, then I'm wrong. Until then, I maintain the position that we probably do go down around 0.008, more or less, somewhere around there. MACD crossed up, green, you know, bullish right there, nice cross. We didn't get anything from it. That's not good. That's not a good sign, personally, in my opinion. But it's just the 1 hour time frame. Not good things go away in a day. It's not a big deal. 4 hour time frame here, looking at the RSI, we did find resistance here. Again, we do have these higher lows coming in, which is nice, and we're kind of at that area now where we might find support. It's not a guarantee that we go lower. Again, this is all statistical probability. There's a decent chance that we could push up from here, and if we do, we get above this level of resistance in the RSI. If we can get above like a 57, get above the 60 in the RSI, that's some bullish stuff, you guys. That could be potentially bullish in the sense that we'll be breaking out of this downtrend, and then at that point, all bets are off for lower lows. I don't care if we close above 1.2. I mean, closing above 1.2 cents will be enough for me to consider that we're not going lower. But if we get above this price at all, we don't have to close. I don't care if we close or whatever. If we get above this high, if we start to see higher highs at all bearish bets are off. We're bullish immediately right there, okay? Bullish to the effect that we're going to about 2.9 to 3.7 cents, somewhere in that range. MACD on the 4 hour time frame. Again, bearish momentum is dying off. Bullish momentum is building. Now it's starting to wane. Okay, now it is starting to wane. We're getting that pale green histogram candle right there, or bar. 1 hour, 19 minutes left in this 4 hour candle. We're only down 3%. It wouldn't take a lot to move up and make this a deeper green and show a more bullish look, more bullish perspective. But if we do cross here, if we do move down, you know, we kind of are this overall bearish range for the MACD as well. So we can chill. We can go to the golden ratio. We can go lower. It's not a big deal. Volume is dying off. I'm assuming that we'll see a move up or down at some point between today and tomorrow. My bet is just that we move down. But again, that bet is subject to change if we get above 1.2 cents. Okay, that's $0.012. I don't have anything else for you guys. I hope you're enjoying your day. I hope you're having a good time. We've been very, very boring the past like 4 days in a row now, just closing right at this area. So, and again, the volume is abysmal. It's just completely gone. So I'm assuming we'll see a move. With coins like this, you never know, man. You genuinely never know whenever a God candle can come in, or whenever, you know, you have a week that's up multiple hundreds of percentages. You're up multiple X's in a week. These kind of movements can happen very, very quickly. You might be boring, you might be slow for a second, but then all of a sudden, man, things just, they ramp up. Again, I think that it would be very risky to not have any exposure to TBB here, especially with everything that's going on. Joined Gain Schillis's space yesterday. I talked a little bit on there. I felt like I was a little bit nervous. You know, it was like the first time getting in front of all my peers in the TBB community and speaking. And there's a lot of love there, man. I definitely love this community. I love the people in that space. All the people, all the things that are being said are really good. Jason's got some things in the works that sound really interesting. It's almost like acquisition level stuff. I don't want to say too much because I don't fully understand the scope of this stuff. I don't want to just make things up or fabricate things, but it sounds interesting and exciting for sure. And again, it leaves me with the thought in my head that anybody and everybody who's looking to make it big on a meme coin, you're looking in the meme coin markets, you're making your bets, you're placing your bets, you need to have some exposure to this thing, man. I really think that this community, what's going on here, and then the head honcho, Jason Williams himself, I think we've got a special thing going here. And for how special this is, $10 million is just too cheap. It's way too cheap, man. We're going to see some explosive behavior take us to new all-time highs, and whenever we do get to new all-time highs, the target area that is in mind is somewhere around 9.3 cents to 21 cents. That's the primary target zone. Primary meaning first, okay? The secondary target zone is a little bit higher. I personally wouldn't expect that we run all the way up here. This is technically part of the secondary zone. I don't even think that I would expect that we move up all the way here, but you never know, guys. Crazy things can happen with meme coins. I think it'd be most likely that we stop somewhere in this zone. But if Ansem's running to new all-time highs, if by the time we're here, Ansem's at a $2 billion market cap, okay, this, if we're moving up and Ansem's at a $2 billion market cap, maybe we really could stop here. Maybe we could go to $1, something like that. But for now, I'm just focusing on this 21 cent to 9.3 cent area. And again, I think that we'll see that sometime in September, maybe October. And we should start to see recovery, I think, over the next couple of weeks, if not over the next couple of days. It just depends on what we do here at this level. I got nothing else. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Much love to everybody. Bye-bye.